Hello everyone, Tech Bob here, and welcome to eTech Facebook Live Fridays. I'm back after a week of being out on vacation. I hope everyone enjoyed Bryce's stream last week covering sales strategies. But this week I am covering a product that's new to our site. It's right here on the camera. It's the Wowstick 1F Plus electric screwdriver. It's kind of a mouthful to say, but basically it's an electric screwdriver. We have another version of this we had that's older, but this is kind of the improved, slimmer version, which doesn't take up half your desk with the power supply. So in today's video or stream, I'm going to be covering what's included with the purchase of the Wowstick 1F Plus, as well as the functionality of it. So to get started, this is the box that everything comes in, and I have everything laid out, which I'll refer to here shortly. I do have up here on the screen the price of it, which this SKU is right there. It's 130-1292, and it retails for $44.98. I'll move it to the side a little bit. $44.98. If you sign in with your different pricing levels, you may get a little bit of discount on it, but that's the pricing without having any type of discount. So I'm going to take that away just so it's not in the way for the rest of the stream. But to get started, first thing I like to cover is, I guess, why you would purchase this. So a lot of repair shops, a lot of technicians that have been at this for a while have taken out probably hundreds of thousands of screws, if not more by now. And I'm sure at that point, everyone's hands are kind of feeling it. I know there's some days that the carpal tunnel sets in, or I can feel, especially iPad minis or devices that have a lot of screws in them, it gets a little tedious. And the hesitation that I feel has always been there for technicians to use something electric has been, oh, it's going to strip my screw in the device, which has been kind of true in the past, but we feel that this new version of the screwdriver kind of prevents that, and the tips that come with it are pretty high quality metal as well as very precise cut, so that should not happen. But this basically, the purpose of it is to give your hands a break. Maybe not for a couple screws here and there, but if you're doing a device that has a lot of screws, like a Samsung device or maybe some iPads with more plates, you can totally use this on an iPhone as well. That would be a good option for it. But I'll move the box to the side and kind of work my way through all the things that come in the kit from right to left. First thing, it comes with the magnet mat, which is pretty cool. So if you have any screws lying around, or not screws lying around, but when you are doing a repair, I'm just going to throw some screws on there. It's pretty strong, so it holds the screws on pretty well, but this would be a good organizer. So say I'm taking apart an iPhone, I put my pinna lobes down here. These aren't actual pinna lobes, just as an example. Put my screws for my display and battery bracket, my camera bracket up here. Again, it's just kind of cool bonus that comes with it. It's pretty good high quality magnet. It's pretty thick, and this thing looks like it's going to last a while, so good addition to it. Here we have the actual Wowstick, which I'm going to demo this shortly, but I'm just talking about it briefly. It's got a forward and reverse button, so you can not only remove screws but also tighten them. And a cool feature of the Wowstick is it has LEDs built into the head, so it helps kind of light up the area that you're taking the screws out of if you don't have a lamp or something like that to illuminate where you're taking the screws out. It is rechargeable. It uses a micro USB cable to recharge. Time-wise, I believe it recharged in 30 minutes to an hour, if I recall correctly, so pretty quick charge as far as the screwdriver goes. I think I charged it a couple weeks ago. I haven't used it heavily, so I don't know exactly how long the battery lasts, but I would imagine you can probably get through at least a day or 2 days' work on one full charge. But that's the Wowstick. Here's the micro USB cable they provide with it to charge it. These are little tools that come with the Wowstick. We have a guitar pick or an opening tool, a small suction cup, a magnetizer demagnetizer, which is a little compact version. The one we currently sell, or that most people sell, is this big one right here. So this one's cool because it takes up less space, pretty compact. And they came with some extra screws here. I was trying to figure out what these were for because I didn't see anything in here that needed screws. I'm assuming it's possibly just to test the Wowstick, but if I do figure out what these are for, I'll let everyone know in the comments to this live stream, but put these off to the side for now. This is the base for the Wowstick, so it came with this cool little base to hold it up. So you can put the Wowstick in there, kind of have it on your workbench. I do recommend have it somewhere where it's stable. I had this on the top shelf of my workbench, and when I bumped my workbench a couple times, it fell off. So I have drop tested this very extensively. I would say I've probably dropped this thing like 5 times, and it's still powering through pretty well. So durability, it gets an A+ there. Move over the base and the Wowstick. Here we have every bit imaginable to use for any type of device, whether it be a phone, tablet, Android, iPhone, Samsung, Huawei, Motorola. They separated them by, I believe, type. So you have your standard Phillips and flathead and some security screws on this first one. You see it has 1, 2, 3. Then you get into the specialty ones. You get your Torx bits here, your Penelope, your Y. So not only does it have the exact ones you need for like an iPhone, but you have different Y sizes. You have different Penelope sizes. So you can do MacBooks, you can do iPhones. Same thing. Or not same screw, but you can do all of it with this one kit. You have some U 2.0 I don't think I've ever used, but I've seen some bits in here that I had never seen before. So it's pretty cool there. You even have some longer extension ones. So you have the PH0, PH2 that are longer, which I would use maybe for like desktops or PCs, not necessarily phones. But again, every bit you could possibly need. For the sake of today's video, just speed it up. I actually pulled the 3 most common bits you're going to use from this. The PH000, which is our Phillips. The Y, I believe it's 0.6, which is your tri-point screws for like the iPhone 7 and newer. And then the Penelope, which is the P2 for our standard like Penelope screws on iPhone. So these 3 is what I pulled out. It's cool that they're actually marked on the side. It's a little hard to see. See if we can get the focus on the camera. If you can't see that, I'll take my word for it. It says WOW and then P2. So if you don't put the bit right where it was before, it's not a big deal because it does actually have it marked on there, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to move these bits to the side. These are all the bit sets. It comes with a cool carrying case too. If you are, say, doing mobile repairs, you can fit the Wowstick in here as well as one of your bit sleeves. What I recommend doing if you are going mobile, you can move these bits around. Say you configure one of these tubes to the bits you most commonly use personally, put that all together and kind of looks like a pencil case, I guess would be the best way to put it, but pretty cool case. It closes with magnets too, so high quality seals. What else is in here? That's about it for the case, and I believe that is everything that comes with the Wowstick. So again, pretty good value, I would say for $44.98. You get a lot. You don't just get the screwdriver, and it's marketed as 69 in one, so I'm not going to count out every piece here on the video, but 69 pieces total is what you get. I would say at least 30 of those are probably, or no, more than 30 for sure. Probably 50 of the pieces are the bits, so that's kind of how they add it up there. But again, pretty good value. Now, as far as use goes, I'm going to just take the Wowstick and use it on a couple screws. I'm going to move all that stuff out of the way. So let me see. Here I have, this is an iPhone 6, so I'm going to put my PH000 in there. They are it does have a cool like magnetic slip in there, so it'll hold the bit well. I'm gonna go. So if you push towards the tip of the bit, or sorry, yeah, towards the bit, that's gonna tighten. If you push back towards the end where it charges, that's reverse. So I'm gonna take that first screw out. One. So if you do charging ports on iPhones and you're dealing with the pain that it is to get all of these screws out, or just how tedious it is, this will knock them out fairly quickly. And as far as the rotation goes, I couldn't find the specs exactly for rotation, but I was trying to calculate it, and I think I got to like, I think it was 120 RPMs or something per minute, because every second it rotates about 2 times. So I think the math there was that it was 120 RPM, but don't know exactly there, the technical detail. Went the wrong way. But it does spin pretty quickly. And early versions of this Wowstick, because the Wowstick brand has been around for a while, but when we tried to adopt it early on, we found it was too slow. I could take a screw out with just my hand faster than an electric screwdriver, but we found that this new one has a good amount of torque, so it doesn't lock up on you, and it spins fairly quickly to get those screws out without having to really mess with them a whole lot. So those are all Phillips screws just as a demo. I'm going to throw my Y 0.6 bit on here, take out some side screws on a 10R screen. I think this is actually 11 screen. So again, grab that tri-point without any issue. And as a repair tech, I would imagine that The hesitation would be more on the finer tip screws, so pentalobes and tri-points, but it's doing it, or it's taking them out with ease, as you can see here. I think I'm still in frame, right? Yep. And again, that light's pretty handy because it lights up that area where I'm taking the screws out. But that was just a quick demo of using it. I've had this one on my bench for about a month now. We brought in a good amount of stock just to make sure we had some to sell to our customers. But I will recommend this as one of my tech tools, just because if I'm helping out with our bulk repairs and we're just taking the same screws out one after another, this will really help save your hands, and it does speed up the process somewhat because it just locks on and you're using buttons versus having to twist your hand. So instead of, you're doing this motion versus this all day. So you can see the difference in what you're saving your hands doing that. But overall, I think it's a good tool. Like I said, I highly recommend it to pick one up for your shop if you're looking for new tools or something to try out. This is an electric screwdriver that gets my seal of approval. So if anyone has questions regarding this tool, feel free to drop them in the comments to this video. Be sure to follow us on Facebook so you get notified when we do have these live streams. And if you're not already following us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe there too. We post some other content there as well. We've posted a lot of laser-related content recently surrounding the Z1 that we've been selling and promoting and also using for repairs ourselves. But I believe that's it for today. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and we'll see everyone in next week's Friday stream. Keep an eye out for the event either Monday or Tuesday. Not sure exactly what we're going to be streaming just yet, but if anyone has any suggestions between now and Monday or Tuesday, I might override what I come up with as far as the stream goes. So keep them coming our way. But that's everyone. That's everything for me today. Check Bob out. Have a great weekend.